Hi, and thanks for watching again. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get your Sonoff 4-Channel Pro version 2 to control your garage doors. And that starts now. Well, now is when, to quote an old term, now is when the rubber is going to hit the road. In the past video, we went through the process of getting the Sonoff 4-Channel Pro version 2 set to control your garage door. And basically, to bring you up to speed, for those that didn't see that video, and please go and watch that one because you need to go through that video before some of this will make a lot of sense. Basically, we turned on inching mode. Inching mode is what allows the relay to make a connection. Don't know if you probably didn't hear that click. And then immediately release it. If you see the little light come on and back off, we want it on for the briefest period of time because we want that to mimic just like you were pressing the button on the wall-mounted garage door controller or the remote in your vehicle or the standalone remote that came with it. Once we've got it to this point, then, just like we talked about, you'll use the non-connected and, let's look here, the non-connected and common relay positions because that you want to stay open until you really need it. Now, that's in a nutshell what we've gone and done. Now is when we get Alexa to talk to this. So now, especially for those of you who have the Roy Viva, you're the ones who really will see a lot of benefit from this. And if you've got an Android phone, you'll be able to talk to your garage door as well. So let's get right to it. Let's shift over to my trusty Samsung Galaxy 9 Plus. Now, at this point, I've already gone through the process of adding the eWelink smart home fan. I know smart home fan is not intuitive, but that's the skill I've been using. So to get to where you see this, and we'll drop the graphic for here just a second. This is what we've already done. We've added the skill. We've entered the credentials for eWelink, and I know I've said this before, and you're going to hear me say this throughout the other videos. Please, please use a separate password at a minimum, and if it will let you, also use a different either login name. If some of the services are wanting to use the email account, so you have limited availability there unless you know how or have the ability to add aliases, and that way you can add a little bit of margin to it by not using your main email account. And if you've got a separate email account or want to create one, again, that's another variation. So to get to this point, you see me go through the skills linking piece. And if you've got an Amazon Alexa, you've probably dealt with it. So I was just trying to save time and going through this again. So we have, at this point, we've associated your eWelink account with Amazon Alexa. And it's now, we've gotten to the screen where it says successfully linked. So what we'll do is we'll go up here to tap that little X. And the one thing you'll want to do is discover devices. So let's go ahead and get that started. Anytime you add or delete a skill, you'll want to go through this process. This is primarily more important when you add a skill, but really it's just as important when you go to delete one because you don't want it trying to get to devices that are not there. So this, well, I've had it take around 20 seconds. It may take a minute. It just kind of depends, as we think your mileage may vary. But we'll have that done here in just a minute. And the more devices that you have the Amazon Echo talking to will be, it's going to take it a little longer to go through and it has to renumerate or go rediscover everything. So we'll be done here in just a second. And okay, now you can see from what is discovered, it's found that's the controller itself, and this is where, and that's what we named it over on the eWelink side. That one I found you can turn all 4 inputs on and off at the same time. So say you have 2 garage doors tied into this. By tapping this one once, and let's bring over the controller here, and I'm going to block me temporarily, which is no loss. We'll tap that, and then you see both of them go on and off. Well, actually, all 4 went off. So that's Okay, one more time, and then you see. Okay, so it does them all four. There is not an easy way I found yet, not a way I found yet, to be able to do just two. But if you're only controlling two garage doors this way, they can both go up at the same time. And you notice it says there was a problem. And that has due to this not locking into position. It sensed that it's probably his release, so it thinks there's a problem. So to quote a certain major technology company whose name begins with a C, it's a cosmetic error. It's really not an error. It's just that the link from the Amazon Echo app, and I'm trying not to use the keyword to trip. I've got about 3 Amazon devices in short spitting distance. Then this makes it a little bit easier. So what we want to do is you notice that it senses that 2 have already been configured because it's got additional verbiage here. Tap here to control and edit. So you don't want to say, if you want to open the truck door, 4CH Pro V2 truck. Yeah, it's not going to work real well. So we'll tap on that one, and then we'll tap up here. We'll tap edit name, and if we just hit the X that's over here, then that will wipe the entire field. So we'll just go truck. Well, okay, so much for that. It auto-completed something on me. Okay, so we'll tap done. Now it's gotten the short name. And see, we can disable the device. So we'll revisit that here in just a second. So, and we'll go one more time, and we'll go back over here, and we'll take the trailer. And it has, if you notice, it's actually picked it up twice. There was probably something in the Amazon database that didn't catch right away. So what we will do is tap that one there. Okay, we'll tap edit name, and we'll blank out that whole field, and we'll call, okay, just typing the T, then it brought it back up, so that's fine. And I don't know that it's going to matter a whole lot whether it's capital or lowercase. So we'll go back over here, and now we'll try to do 2 things at once here. First, we will just tap the one that says trailer, and you should see well, we'll go down here to truck. Okay, and I'll tap on truck, and then we'll tap that one. Okay, so that says that Alexa is controlling, excuse me, the Echo, rather, is controlling that channel. And we'll tap, we've gone to trailer. Okay. So I like just mainly checking the process. So now, since I've got my Galaxy S9 Plus here, we'll tap the little Amazon Echo logo down here. And now for the next step, turn truck on. All right, didn't tap it right apparently. Whoop, there we go. Well, got too many fingers on the keyboard here. All right. And dropping the phone doesn't help. One more time here. Turn truck on.
Okay.
And let's go back to this. Well, don't really have to be on skills page. And then we'll do turn trailer on.
Okay.
So you saw the channel there. Now, so that's really as simple as it gets. So what we're going to do, we're going to try an experiment here. And this is something I have not practiced. So let's go back to Smart Home. And we will delete channel 4 since it apparently rediscovered it. And then channel 3, actually, no, channel 4 should have been there. Okay. So there's no way to undelete apparently. So here, yeah, we'll just go with the way it is. I was thinking in reverse order. So if we go into this one, and now we don't want to delete it, but we want to disable it. And so that we've now disabled that one. So here's what it's going to do for us. And if we add a device, we'll let it rediscover. And this shouldn't take but just a few seconds. And since it is got power, then we should be up and running here in just a second, and it should replace the one that I accidentally deleted. That's what happens when I've practiced several times to make sure I could get consistent results, and then I just didn't get the right things remembered here. So we'll be up and running in just a few seconds. Thank you for your patience. When you're doing things live, it can always be a little challenging. And almost done. Okay. Rediscovered. And so when we get back to the screen, okay. And see, now we disabled that one device. So let's go in here into outlet 4, and we will disable that one. Now here's the method to my madness. Remember that one we talked about earlier, the 4-channel Pro V2? That's the master one for all of them. So I'm not going to bother to do voice tests with this one, but it will show you. So now what should happen is we'll tap that one, and we'll say on. Okay, okay, so obviously disabling it doesn't work. Let's go edit and let's see if we can, no, okay, well, I will talk to the folks at Sonoff about that one, because we're probably pushing something beyond, or testing, yeah, it's testing all 4 either way, so disabling the channel, and let's face it, who would have bothered to have tried that except for me? So, this is really a very straightforward process. You saw here in just a few minutes, we took the Sonoff Pro 4-channel Pro, we added the Alexa skill to it, got them linked, and now it's just a matter of, we'll try it one more time for the West Coast here. Well, and I got out of the Alexa app. It's just a matter of where the proximity of where the turn truck on.
Okay.
Now, you notice I had to say turn truck on. Think of not the mentality, but think of the mindset that was done with this. This was really envisioned to turn things on and off. So because we've got it in inching mode, there's not really a need to turn off, and we can't see raise door. Not with the API that's been used. Now, having said that, you will see in another video where I show the Cortana integration. And there I'll show you something called IFTTT, which stands for if this and that, where we can do custom commands. Once I go through the linking to Google Assistant and to Cortana, I'll come back and show you how to use IFTTT, because it's a little more involved setup, but not much. Once you understand the logic flow, then it'll be pretty straightforward. And this is all going to be part of the book that I'm working on, Making Your Home Work for You. And I've got, a whole host of things in there. I've been doing light bulbs so far. I've got several things from Samsung Smart Things to run through the process with you. We've now gotten into a garage door. I'm hoping to get my hands on a smart door lock here fairly soon. I found out there's also a hardware component to Google Assistant other than from Google. So I'm hoping to have word as soon as tomorrow that I'll be getting one of those. I guess the sky's the limit. I've got several other devices from the good folks at Sonoff that I'll want to show you, because there's a whole host of things there. Please, I would appreciate it if you would subscribe to this channel. Every one of you who's done so far, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that, because as I can get my numbers higher, I'm looking to 500 for right now, but my next goal is going to be at 1,000, because that's when some things can start happening at YouTube that will give me some additional exposure that I can get other companies in the smart home arena to take notice. But I've been very appreciative to those that have taken a chance with me so far, because I've been going through the process with what I'm, have been trying to do, and it just all takes time. When I come out with a book, you'll see a lot of what I've described here in the videos will be outlined step by step, so you'll have it in hard copy, or if you get the Kindle version of it, you'll have it that way. And then I'll have a link to the video from there, so if you're reading it, you can get to the video from either your smartphone or from the Kindle app, so you can review the video there. If there's anything I can do to help you, please let me know, because I want this to save you as much time and hassle as I can. If there's anything specific you would like to look at, please reach out to me in the comments, because I want this to be as helpful to you as it can be. Well, I've gone on long enough. I'm trying to keep them in about the 10 to 15 minute range. So you've seen what we have done so far. In the next videos, we'll be doing both the Google Assistant and Cortana integrations, and then I'll show you some more of the other things under IFTTT, where you can maybe make the commands a little more user-friendly. So appreciate your time, and we'll talk to you soon.